Hello, welcome to another video and welcome to my next episode of my series Knockout. So I haven't done this one for the last month or two, but this vlog series is basically where I have got in this jar the series that I was currently reading at the beginning of 2024, and I pick out a series and I try and read as much as I can in that series. In an ideal world, I would pick a series where I've got one book left and I'm like, boom, finished. That has yet to happen, but you know, we can try and make progress. I have gone through my series jar again and I've taken out the series that I had at the beginning of the year, put in series where I owned all the books but I hadn't started. I've taken all of those ones out. I think I've taken them all out. I might have got one or two left in here. And I've taken out any series that I have finished naturally. Yeah, I kind of felt that actually the point of the series Knockout was to make progress in series, and I found that I was just starting series instead. So, give the jar a good shake. Let's see what we're going to be reading. This one. Hitchhikers. That is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is actually conveniently right next to me. I bought this box set in, I believe, 2019. Could have been 2018. And I have read book one only. So my next book to read is The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. These books are all tiny, so I could potentially read like multiple of them in this vlog. But I've got The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life, the Universe, and Everything. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and Mostly Harmless to go to finish off the series known as the Trilogy of Five. So The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a kind of classic sci-fi series. It starts off with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is basically following this guy who, on a random day, the Earth is about to be demolished. And he's like, wait, what? No, you can't do this. And the aliens are like, well, we're building a highway. The planning's been over on Sector 22 for like months now, so it's your own fault, really, for not actually going to check it out. This is like a little backwater planet. No one cares. So, sorry, you're gonna die. However, Arthur, our main character, is friends with this guy called Ford. Can't remember Ford's other name. Ford someone, who is a alien, who has been masquerading as a human, and he grabs Arthur and a towel and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and they hitch a ride on one of these demolition spaceships, and they are now hitchhiking around the galaxy. It's a book series that almost reminds me of Terry Pratchett in that it is quite ridiculous. Like the storytelling, the plot, it all does border on the ridiculous, but it is a lot of fun. Like I said, the books are tiny. So book one was 180 pages. My next read, book two, is 100 and is exactly 200 pages. So they're not long books. They're easy to read. I have been putting this series off for months, years actually. Like I said, I think I bought this box set in 2019. I think I read book one in 2020. It is now 2024. And it's not that they've been books that I've kind of put off, partly because they're so short. So I'm like, oh, well, I'll save them when I need to read a short book. Or I've been like, well, you know, I don't really feel like it right now. And they're so short, I can read them at any time. So I've just not read them. I'm not going to reread book one. I do feel like I know the story well enough that I don't need to reread it. So I'm just going to continue with The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. And I'll let you know. I'm probably going to just check in when I finish the book, to be honest, rather than do like weekly check-ins or anything on this one. But yeah, I will let you know how I get on when I get on. Hello, it is Saturday and I'm losing my voice, so this isn't going to be a very long update. I literally got no sleep at all last night. I'm coming down with a cold and I was not well last night. Literally could not sleep at all. I don't think I even got an hour's sleep, so early night for me tonight. Anyway, I'm about halfway through The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. So this one is book 2 in the Hitchhiker series, and to be honest, it is so quick to read. It's so easy. It is so just like, well, quick, easy, fun. I don't need to put a huge amount of brain power into this one, which is good because I don't have a huge amount of brain power right now. Yeah, basically that's it. I'm having a fun time with it. You know, it's not going to be a new favourite. It's not going to be the best thing I've ever read, but it's easy and it's fun. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. Like I said, it is what it is, really. Like, it's a quick read. I mean, the book is only 200 pages and I am on page 106, so I am just over halfway. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I expect I'll have this one finished. Well, I was going to say I'll have this one finished tonight. I don't know if I will because, like I said, I am super tired because I have not slept at all. My head is pounding, and I just feel incredibly like uncomfortable. I almost feel like I don't know quite what's wrong with me because I'm basically feeling, sorry, this is going to be TMI. I'm basically feeling incredibly like bloated, very crampy and horrible headache. And it feels like I can feel all of my teeth. Like, I was going to say, it feels like all of my teeth are going to fall out. It doesn't. I am aware of every single tooth in my mouth, which is a very, very weird thing. So yeah, head is pounding. I am exhausted. It's only 1:30 on Saturday afternoon, and I'm gonna obviously try and do some reading today, but quite honestly, I just need to sleep, and I don't know if I will get any sleep again tonight. I could not get comfortable at all night, like no matter. My cat Bella was in my bed with me. She sleeps in my bed with me every night. And poor Belle, I think I probably like disturbed her as much as I was disturbing myself, because I'd try on one side and then I'd roll over to the other side and just was basically kind of like thrashing around all night. Luckily Bella sleeps on like next to my pillow, so it wasn't like I was kicking her off the bed or anything. But yeah, could not sleep. I was too cold, I was too hot, I was uncomfortable, my bones hurt. Really, I was just not in a very fun place. Don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, that moan is all to say that I've read 100 pages of Restaurant at the End of the Universe, and I will check back in with you when I finish the book. Hello, so it's Sunday afternoon and I've finished reading A Restaurant at the End of the Universe. So just thought I would jump in and tell you about this one. I enjoyed this one actually. I've given it 3.5 stars. Like, it was fun. Like, I had a good time reading it. It's never gonna be, you know, my favourite book in the world ever, just because it's a bit too kind of whimsical and silly for my tastes, but I had a good time. So I can't really tell you a plot or like what happened or anything in this because A, there isn't one, and B, anything I would say would probably be spoilers. But what I mean when I say like there isn't a plot is actually just that. There are so many scenes that bounce from one place to another that there isn't really like an overarching plot. Douglas Adams does remind me a lot of Terry Pratchett. And I do think if you like Terry Pratchett, you would like Douglas Adams, and probably vice versa. I am not the world's biggest Terry Pratchett fan. I've tried to read his books a few times and I just find them a bit too out there. And Douglas Adams absolutely is as well. To be honest, being a 200-page book, I'm okay with that. I can get through that. That's fine. If this was only, if the whole trilogy was like one bound up and it was sort of, like 800, well, be 1,000, wouldn't it? If it was sort of, like a full-size novel, no, I wouldn't be able to cope. Little and often, fine. But yeah, I had a good time reading it, gave it 3.5 stars. Like I said, it's Sunday, middle of the day now, Sunday lunch now. I'm going out in a minute, going to go to the garden centre. Might take you along with me. Then we've got agility, me and Bracken. So, gonna go there. And yeah, I will pick up the next book, which I think is Life, the Universe and Everything Else. Does it say anywhere? I don't know. I think it's Life, the Universe. Yeah, Life, the Universe and Everything. So I'm going to pick up book 3, which would be good because it will mean that I'll have been able to make like 2 books progress in the series, which is fantastic. It's, kind of the whole point of this vlog series is to make progress in series. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to read further on than that. Just again, I think that reading 2 books back to back in this series is probably going to be about my limit of Douglas Adams and the whimsy and the ridiculous that I can take. Any more than that, and I might just be struggling a little bit too much. But yeah, that's my update on Restaurant at the End of the Universe. Finished, made progress in a series, yay! And I will come back to you when I've read something else. Hello, it's Tuesday evening and I'm reading Life, the Universe and Everything, and I'm up to page 58. I might DNF. I'm just bored because I think I was saying earlier with like Question at the End of the Universe, I can't tell you what the plot of this like series is, but I'm completely lost in this one. We've jumped from prehistoric Earth, and I knew that we were there and that made sense. But we've jumped from there, randomly got to the 1980s at Lord's Cricket Grounds. Okay, I'm with us so far. Then there was something to do with like robot waiters and a restaurant. I got a bit confused then. Now we're in a swamp with a mattress. I don't know what's going on. I'm just confused. And quite honestly, I don't care. Yeah. I'm watching Sprint. So Jade's on Sprint. So I'm watching Sprint at the moment. So she's got half an hour left of this Sprint. But also I want to make dinner. I'm halfway through a chapter as well. Do I want to read another 40 pages and get to the page 100 mark? Thing is, again, it's a 200-page book, so I'm over a quarter of the way through. I'm going to just get to the end of this chapter, and then I'm going to go and make dinner and decide what I think after that. But I don't think I'm going to continue this book. Which, in a way, kind of sucks because that would be a series DNF, but in another way it kind of doesn't suck because it would mean I've unhauled a series and got it off my shelf, so that's good. But yeah, I'm going to finish the chapter and then make dinner, and then I'm probably going to come back to you with my thoughts on whether I'm continuing or stopping after. It is a couple hours later and I have decided that yes, I am going to DNF Life, the Universe and Everything. Bookmark is out.
Yeah, I was bored. So I'm DNF in this one and I'm DNF in the series. I'm also actually going to wrap this vlog up now, which is early, but I have got a good reason for this, because I want to make a start on my next vlog early. I'm cheating, but whatevs. So yeah, I have at least knocked a series off my TBR, not by completing it, but by DNFing it, which, you know, it's still a series knocked off my TBR, right? Yeah, I do think Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy... Sorry about all of the sniffing and snuffliness. I am, as usual, unwell. Yeah, with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think if you enjoy Terry Pratchett, if you enjoy that kind of whimsical silliness, if, I don't know, I think if you, even if you liked like Good Omens, I actually did really like Good Omens, to be fair, but if you like a kind of whimsical silliness, you might enjoy Hitchhikers. For me, it's got a little bit too ridiculous, and I like a bit of whimsy, I like a bit of silliness, but not so much where it's just ridiculous. And I feel like this is just verged into the ridiculous where I can't actually understand what it is meant to be doing. I did look at reviews and people did say that this one has got some, well, it seems to be that people either say this is the best in the series or this is the worst in the series. It does have a lower average rating than the others that I've read so far. But yeah, either way, DNF, bye. Video is over. So, if you liked this video, please leave me a like, because it might make me feel human. Subscribe down below, blah, 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 blah. If you just want to let me know you were here, can leave, I don't know, if there's like a cold emoji. There's like a blowing nose emoji, isn't there? I feel like that's what I need today. But I will see you next week for the next vlog, and we'll, yeah. No, I forgot what I was going to say. Bye.